Okay.
Hi, Renchi Glenn Fitzmaurice here. I'm for our MICA students in Randolph, Manchester. I'm doing some upper and lower body basics, Saison, kata, so on and so forth. And we're going to start today with upper body basics for little dragons. Okay, with little dragons we don't have them do any of the footwork. So with that said, we're going to start right out. What I usually do is I have them get in a left side forward Saison stance. So if you had a stripe on the floor like this, I would put my toe on the stripe, not over, but like up to, and then I would put my heel on the stripe. Toes are straight forward, knees are bent. Okay, we don't get real detailed or finicky with little dragons, but that is the proper stance. We start with our hands on our belt, right back here, elbows tucked back. Number one is a thrust punch with the front hand. You should hear your arm rubbing your side as it comes out. I bring that back. Number two is an uppercut with the front hand. Right here, you shouldn't be able to see your mouth if you're standing in front of a mirror. I bring this back. Number three is a thrust punch with the backhand, straight out like this. Notice the thumb is on top. I come back. I do number four is an uppercut with the rear hand, just like that. Again, I can't see my mouth. Now at this point in time, we go to number 5, and 5 through 10, maybe even more. Starting with 5, we rack and stack, and it's on the back. It's always on the back. I do a low block. I sweep it down like this. If I stuck my thumb out, it would be forward. Okay, in other words, my hand is not like this. I do a thrust punch with the other hand while the hand that just blocked with returns to my hip here. I rack and stack for number 6. It's a middle block. It's about even with my shoulder. Okay, it's not higher than my shoulder. It's not out past. It's not inside. It's here. Again, I'm giving you more detailed information than what I requested in my little dragons, but if you're working on this at home, this might be useful information. And then again, number 6 is a middle block followed by a thrust punch. Number 7, I rack and stack on the back again. I do a knife hand block, fingertips aren't higher than my shoulder, and a spear hand strike. Number 8, I rack and stack. I do a high knife hand block here, followed by an uppercut. Number 9, I rack and stack. I do a high block. One of the big things we do want to get on this, people tend to have their palm turned forward like that. That's wrong. I don't want it that way. I'm here, and I thrust punch with the back hand. I come in. Number 10 is almost like number 9. I do a high block, and I do a back fist. I bring my elbow forward, and I let my wrist snap forward. Elbow, back fist, thrust punch. There's number 10. Number 11, I rack and stack on the back. I do a low block. I punch 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3. Number 12 is almost the same, but it's a middle block. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Number 13, I do a knife hand block. I come up, and I do a knife hand strike to the collarbone. Number 14, I don't have to cover on. My front hand does a push block, and then the back hand does a high round knuckle strike, and then I switch and do a low round knuckle strike. 15 is the only one that we're not in Saison stance. I get in a T stance, okay? In a T stance, the back foot is flat or parallel with my mirrors. My front foot is out here and up on the ball, okay? If I set my heel down and I turn my toes back, it would be in the middle of this foot. That would be the distance up on the toes. On 15, the forward hand is palm down. The back hand is palm down. But what's going to happen is I'm going to turn that palm up as I do my elbow strike. The front arm comes out a little bit, but it's still bent at 90 degrees. So there's our upper body basics for little dragons.